Hey everyone, Major Injuries here with another Fallout 4 video. This is part 2 of our Let's Build a Weapons Factory. Let's continue. We're making good progress. The next step is to come back up here and let's get us some walls built up here, just a few. Alright, let's make sure I am where I think I am. Alright, so these two are where the switch walls are at. So we're gonna place another wall up here. Go to our warehouse, and these you might as well do the glass one so it looks pretty and lets light in. Let's go over here. Alright, now let's go to conduits. And grab the tallest conduit you have here, the one that, yeah, these right here. Without the nipple, you don't need the nipple. And then we're going to place one between each one of the 2x4s, just like we did with the switches on all 8 of them. Alright, so you don't have to be perfect the first run through. You just want to get them somewhat where they need to be, because we're going to go back and kind of clean this up. So to make this quick and simple, just get them to close where they need to be. Back out of the build, or back out of that rather. Now let's center it and go all the way back until it turns red, and then come back out just slightly until it turns green. Okay, that's how we're going to line them all up. So center it, take it back, bring it forward. Center it, take it back, move it forward. Oops, that was way too far. Oh, geez. There we go. You gotta be so gentle. So gentle. There we go. Back. Whoop, too fast, too fast. I'm being anal, I realize, but it just looks a lot better. Now, the other thing is you want to make sure you notice the edge of this conduit should be fairly straight with the grain in the floor. It just helps if everything's nice and straight. All right, now we're going to go to those junctions with the pin down like this. The conduit junctions with the pin down. Attach those real quick. And these are actually going to stick through the floor. You'll notice when you come down here, they're actually showing through the floor, and this is where the switches are going to hook up. But we're not going to mess with hooking switches up right now. We got a lot of other things to do before we get to that. I want to do this live. In other words, when this is on, I want all these to be the proper ones to be open that are supposed to be open for that switch. So that means we got to get power to these hoppers before we start worrying about wiring the switches. So the next step is we got these up here, and let's see. I think what we're gonna do, I ran conduit all the way on my factory, all the way over to reach the hoppers, but I think it's gonna take way too much time to get that. So we're gonna cheat a little bit here. Did I get the floor here? Yeah, this is why I said you wanted the floors where you're working. Otherwise, you're going to back up and fall off. So there we go. And attach one more. And I'm using the long ones all the way across. And am I going to fall off? Nope. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. So now I'm just going to attach the junction again, this time with the junction with the pin down. A single. think that'll work. Let's go ahead while I'm up here, and let's get the last hopper that we need. We need a hopper. As I mentioned, we need another hopper right here, and we want to make sure it's facing this direction. All right, drop it in there, and let's get this going all the way around as well. You remember I said the floors here were going to be a little weird. Let me show you how to do the floors real quick. We're going to go to solid floor, wood. You're not going to be able to put one here because of that pin sticking out, so just bypass that for now. And then we're going to take this half one and then this square, small square, and kind of work around that. That works fine. Alright, there we go. Now let's go ahead and get the conveyors for this. Whoops, why am I doing this? We went there. Here we go. Let's get the I'm gonna get the conveyors that are the floating conveyors, I guess you'd call them. I think it's this one, yep. And then we're gonna take and just, whoop, no. There we go. Alright, yeah, so I need to take this off. Oops, door. I don't think this is the right one. Yeah, it's this one? Yeah, it is. Okay. We're gonna need, it looks like we're gonna need a short here, I forget. Let's see. Nope. That was a long one. And then one more long one, and we should be good to go. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Look at that. Centered nicely. Alright, perfect. Alright, so really everything mechanically is in place. We just got to get all the wiring done. So one of the things I want to do before we do this is I want to get some ceiling. Do we need that up? Not really. Let's do this instead. Alright, let's get this floor panel in real quick. Oh, come on, you guys. Straight. Let's go the right direction. There we go. Definitely want to finish the floor. While we're doing it, we might as well. Now we're gonna have stairway here, so we don't need to do that. We're gonna do this square here, and then I'm going to put this here. That'll allow us to put the ladder right there. Good enough, I believe, for now. Yeah, we got the ladder there. Alright, so while we're up here, two things we need to do. We need to go ahead and hook these up. I am cheating. Instead of running conduit like I did in my originally on my factory, I'm taking a little bit of a shortcut just so we can speed this up for you guys. I know you're gonna get sick of watching this after a while. But you can do this if you want. You can run conduit all the way over like I did. It's just going to be a lot faster this way. And I think this last one isn't... Whoops. No, we don't want you to go there. Okay. There we go. Hit the right button. Okay, this last one I don't think is going to reach all the way, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's not. So just for simplicity's sake, we'll fix this once we get the ceiling and we'll attach something to it. But for now, let's go. Let's do this. Let's get this. I'm just going to put this here for now. I think this will work. What? No. What? Why did you connect there? There we go. So all these are connected. Perfect. Alright, so let's grab our ladder. Shouldn't need that. Put that back here. Let's get our panel, our floor panel back in place here. Alright, I want to make sure we have our floor all covered because we're going to run a bunch of conduits and stuff like that, so it'd be nice to have all this done. I think we're done, right? Yep, perfect. Alright, so our entire floor is in place. Look at this, we're making great progress really quickly. This now needs, oh, you know what? Before I took that out, I almost forgot. Well, actually, we can leave that up there. While I was up there, I wanted to put that conduit in. I'll show you how we're going to power this hopper. This hopper has to have power all the time. So the easiest, probably the easiest thing to do. Well, it's probably not the easiest, but this is how I did it anyway. It's probably the most elaborate way, but I grab one of these junctions and I grab one that goes up and one that goes down. Alright, so let's go grab one that's with the pin down. Like that. Oh no, wait a minute. I'm sorry, we need the pin up first. Silly me. Okay, yeah, there we go. So we want to put this in place, pointing towards you, and put it right up here where the power conduit is for the hopper, and then go grab the pin down junction now, and we're just going to attach that. There we go. And basically that's going to do the same thing that those others did. You're going to see maybe. Did I get it in place? What in the world? Okay, let's go. Oh, I know what I did. Maybe? Okay, this is slowing me down, slowing me down. Yep, I used a radiator. Damn it. There we go. There we go. Oh my god, I'm trying to hurry too fast. Alright, so now we have a pin sticking through. Perfect. Okay. Alright, now let's go ahead, while we're doing this, let's go ahead and get power. This is going to be the main power junction. This little power conduit is going to feed everything else in this in the factory. So let's get our conduit set up for this. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to take this over to here, then skip one, go to here. Well, yeah, skip another one and go to here. Then we're gonna do, I think, every one of them. Run the wire to this, run this wire over to here, run this wire, that's going to power up that, And run this over. I'm just going to connect all the way over to the main power conduit. There you go. So next thing we got to get some conveyors right here for this and a storage hopper. Whoops. All you're gonna need is just a powered one. And we're gonna do the same thing we did before, just try to get it lined up, pin on the right side, and just, it doesn't have to be perfect, but once it's lined up it turns green, so you know you're right once it turns green, usually. That seems to be a little off if you ask me. Yeah, that is kind of off to the side. There we go. Good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect for this. Go over here and grab the storage. Alright, that looks good. Alright, and this conduit right here, we're going to take it all the way down to feed that hopper. You remember where we went through the floor with that conduit? We need to connect power to that, so we're just going to do, I'm going to do every single cross beam here where they intersect, just so the wires aren't like dangling and looking really bad. Now we need to feed one also. This, we're going to take a couple more. One here. Oops, actually, yeah, that's right. Alright, let's see if this works. Should connect there. I think we could probably go all the way across here. I don't think we need this one. Yeah. Do you guys probably look better like that? Whoop. So yeah, let's see. I just don't like the wires dangling all over the place. Alright, now we're just going to feed this around and then connect it to that little pin that we have sticking through the floor here. And now you should, did I not connect something? Oh, we haven't connected all these yet. There we go. Alright, so we got that. This should be open. Why is this not open? Did I miss something? Oh. I'm trying to hurry so fast I'm forgetting little steps. I thought I connected the cable up here, but apparently I didn't. Yeah, I'm definitely hurrying through this. Hurrying too fast. Alright. And we should be good to start wiring things. So I'm wondering if we should go ahead and get the lights in just to make it easier to see. Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and do the lights, and we'll do the wiring for the switch, for all these switches last. Let's go ahead and do the lights to do this. If you remember, the lights are going to be connected to this conduit right here, so all we need to do is pick up a long conduit. Let's find one of those. We'll attach that to this conduit, and we're gonna run it out. I think, if I remember correctly, we want it out about here, so yeah, we want it to be right about there. So let's get a shorter one. Oh, here we go. And then let's run a T junction, whatever it's called here. This thing right here, yeah, conduit junction. Okay, I would like to have that a little bit further. Does it really matter? No, I think we're good there. Let's try it here. We'll see how it works. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a power radiator, which is all the way to the end over here. And we're going to attach it to the left side here. And we're going to do that all the way down. Alright, just to see how this is going to work, we're going to put lights right across from each one of these. Well, there we go. There we go. So that's working perfectly. Perfect. Alright. I think the light's going to help us a lot here, so it makes sense to go ahead and do the lights. So next we're just going to go to another long conduit, and we're just going to do one at a time. We're going to do one and then put a junction, one and then a junction, and continue all the way. You'll see what I'm saying here in just a moment. Let's get us this time we're only going to need a three-way, and we're going to have it pointing to the left again. And then we'll put another power radiator here on the left side. Alright, let's grab another long... Whoops, I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. Let's grab a long one. Stick it in here, get another three-way. Let's see, do we need a three-way on this one? Actually, no, we need a two-way. We need an angle. So let's get this one right here. And we want it pointing to the left. There we go. And we'll put a radiator at the end of this one. Take another long one here down this way. This actually goes pretty quick. It's not that hard. We're just going to do one long one each time and then put a junction. Moving forward, we're only going to need the three-way. And always point them to the left. It just makes it easier. So everything's uniform. Whoops, wrong one. We need the one pointing down, which would be over here. Right there. Okay, let's get another long one. We'll run it. There we go. Get another three-way. Point it to the left. Get our radiator. And one more long one should do us here. Let's see, yep. So now we're going to do another three-way, but this time we're going to put it in a different angle. We're just going to put it this way. Get our power radiator and put it on the left again. And then we're going to run a pipe over this way and kind of spin curve around this thing. So let's go. Hook that up. Put a small curve right here. The other direction. There we go. I think that'll work. Get a long one. Take it over. And then I think, yeah, let's do another long and a curve. And we're going to curve around this way, put us a long one here. And then we're just going to need, we can actually just put a power radiator here. We don't need anything else. There we go. So that's really all it takes here for the lights. So we should have working lights now. We're just going to do the same thing. We're going to go to each one of these power radiators and put a light on this beam. So let's see, we're roughly right about here. We'll go all the way down. So we need one roughly right here. The next one looks like it's going to be right here. Place that one. Place that one. And place that one. There we go. Now we're going to start on this side and just do the same thing. We're going to go here. You see how easy this actually is, guys. Already have a light there. Alright, how's that look? That's going to be a lot better for the rest of the filming here, so. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is go over here and grab us a terminal. Let's get it set up. And we'll put it right about here. We could go ahead also and get our doorway. Might as well. Whoops. Let's do factory, walls, and then look for, I like the glass doorway. Right there. That should line up with the stairway. Perfect. That's perfect. Go ahead and do this if we want to. Yeah, there we go. Hey, look at this. It's starting to look like a factory. Perfect. Alright, so it looks like we have everything we need. We're literally just about done here. This is so good. Alright, so the next thing I need you guys to do is get a pencil and paper and write down all these weapons. Okay, this is going to be the 10mm, this is going to be the assault rifle, and write down, do we have everything on? Oh, we got to get power to this, duh. Let's do that. Let's do a conduit here. I don't think we really need another conduit, but we'll put one just to make it look better. Alright, just run this over and let's power up our terminal. Alright, so now we have power to everything. Gosh, this is coming along really quick, guys. Really quick. Alright. Let's go in here and make a list. Alright, and here's how I did it. I went to the 10mm pistol, and I know that this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6 sorter or hopper. Let's refer to them as hoppers. Alright, so I'm going to say, I'm going to write down 10mm, and then I'm just going to put 1 through 6. Alright. Then we're going to go to the 44. Oh, that's right. It was the 44 I said assault rifle. Alright, so we're going to need adhesive. So let's go .44mm, and this is adhesive is number 1. Oil is number 3. Screw is number 4, and steel is number 6. So we need 1, 3, 4, and 6. So just write down on your piece of paper 1, 3, 4, 6. Trust me, this is going to make it very, very simple. Assault rifle. We're going to need adhesive gear. Oh, that's 1 through 6. So assault, we're going to make another note here. Assault is 1 through 6. All right. The next thing we're going to make is a combat rifle, and that is 1 through 7. So combat, taking notes, 1 through 7. Okay. Combat shotgun is also 1 through 7. All right. Now, technically, we could just use the same switch and just label it that switch is either for a combat rifle or a shotgun. But I went ahead and put a separate switch for each one. Next thing I did was a flamer. And on the flamer, we're going to need adhesive, and asbestos is number 8. So let's skip number 8 for now. We're going to write down flamer. And number 1, screw is number 5. So not sure what happened, but the recording stopped here. So let's try this again. We've got adhesive, asbestos should be for the flamer. Yeah. Adhesive is number 1. Let's skip asbestos for now. Go to screw. That's number 4. Then number 5 and number 6, and then asbestos is number 8. So write down flamer 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. All right, and you'll see how all this is going to work here in just a minute. It really does make a lot of sense. All right, and you should have this list in front of you that shows you what is in each hopper. If you have this written down, it's just going to make it easier. That's why I'm referring to it 1, 3, 4, 5, and 8. That's where I'm getting that, just in case you're curious, all right, or if you're confused. All right, so next we're going to go to pipe gun. All right, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 1 through 6. So write down pipe gun 1 through 6. And then on the submachine gun, this is 1 through 7. So just write 1 through 7. All right. So that's how we do this. Let's go ahead and program this because we're going to try building a gun here later. So go over to the 44 caliber pistol, click accept, select, and then on this screen you want to just hit select again and let it run through. All right, so now this is programmed. The forge is programmed to build the 44 snub nose pistol. Okay, so that's good. That'll come in handy later. So now if we take our list, you'll notice the 10mm says 1 through 6. So we're going to go into build mode, and then these pins connect to the hoppers. Remember, this is hopper number 1, hopper number 2, and so on. And so when you hear me say 1, you know what we're talking about. We're going to go to pin 1, pin 2. This is why we're making this list. It just tells me where I need to go with each switch. And although all the switches are on, this is the only switch that's being connected. So as I'm connecting this, it should be opening up the hoppers. All right, so we have 1 through 6 on this. Let's get out of build mode and go check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are open. 7, 8 are not, so we know we got this right. So this is why I wanted you to leave them all on, because now we're going to turn this one off, and we know this is the next one we need to be working on, just in case we lose track. And you'll see it is easy to lose track when you're going up and down and looking up and looking down and looking up and looking down. All right, 1, 3, 4, and 6 is the next one, so we're going to go 1, 3, 4, and 6. This is how easy it is. 1, 3, 4, 6. See how simple this is? This is so simple. And I love the way I did this with the switches all on, and it kind of helps me remember where I'm at and where I need to be going. Okay, so, and I can see this is the third switch, so I can look down. That's the assault rifle 1 through 6. Alright, so it's really not that complicated if you just get a little bit organization. Get a little bit organized and it actually goes pretty well. You can see it's very simple. I mean, I'm going pretty quick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are closed. We're rocking. We're ready for the next one. So we'll shut that switch off. And this is the fourth switch, which is the combat rifle, which is 1 through 7. So we're now going to connect to pins 1 through 7. What do you think, guys? Easy peasy? You can hear them turning on in the background. You can hear that hum or whistle. What'd I say? 1 through 6? No. 1 through 7. I don't want to lose track. 1 through 7. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is so good. Alright. Next we have the shotgun, which is also 1 through 7. And we could have used the same switch for this, but I like separate switches. So 1 through 7 again. Oops, here we are. That's what helped keep me organized there. See, I can lose track when I'm moving around and looking up. 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 1 through 7. Perfect. You see this goes pretty quick. Whoops. Alright, next is the flamer, which is 1, 4, 5, 6, and 8. 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. Go back to build mode. And we'll go over here to 1. 4, 5, 6, and 8. Gotta do that right. 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Love it when a plan comes together. It's working. Turn this one off. Next we have the pipe gun, which is 1 through 6. Go into build mode. And just repeat. Now, how many of you thought this was going to be more complicated, or how many of you still think this is complicated? I'm curious what you guys think. Be sure and let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking while you're watching this. Okay, I think I skipped one. We'll see. This is supposed to be 1 through 6. Nope, I didn't. Beautiful. And the last one, we are at 1 through 7. Go back into build. And I'm going to do this in backwards. I'm just going to do, not 8, 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and not 8. So, guys, I think we're good to go. That's really it. Now, yeah, I think we're all done except for one last step. We're gonna do the sorters, so make sure you have one of each of these, and we're gonna go put all these materials in the sorters. So that's the last thing to do. All right, I already have the components on me. Remember the asbestos, these are all in alphabetical order, but we're gonna skip the asbestos and put it in the last one. So it's basically just going in alphabetical order here. Keeping, yeah, adhesive, and the next one, instead of asbestos, we're going to go skip that and go to gear, and we're just going to keep doing this alphabetical order all the way down. And now we're going to put the asbestos down here. All right, everything's loaded now. It should sort. And now we've got this set up for the stub nose, which is the number 2 switch here. And for the stub nose, we were going to need 4 adhesives, 1 oil, 10 screws, and 15 steel, and I'm going to double that. We're going to make 2, so I need 8, 2, 20, and 30. So I'm going to go get all these materials gathered up, and then I'll be right back. I've got everything preloaded here. Let's go ahead and transfer all the materials over. And what I did is I've got Wonder Glue, which has a couple adhesives, and some of this Economic Wonder Glue, which has 5. So we're going to run the standard components through, and we're also going to run some junk through here too, just to see how it all pans out. All right, so this should make two weapons. We're going to keep the hopper closed. It should have all the switches off. All the hoppers are closed. So we'll sort everything out, kind of watch it go. And you can see the adhesives are being sorted by their component, right? The Wonder Glue is being sorted because it has adhesive in it. So that's the difference between a standard sorter and a component sorter. All right, so we'll get everything loaded up here. We got steel, you can hear it dinging. Yeah, it's making all kinds of noise. All right. What do we got next? We've got the screws. I think it's 5, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's 4. Okay. Here we go. So that's sorting properly. And oil is number 3. It should be coming through. Everything's sorting properly, so we know everything is good. We know we've got everything set up properly. On there, some more adhesive. Alright, so everything is now sorted and been dropped in the appropriate hopper, and we should be ready to go. Now, technically, you could have hit this button and had the hoppers open before you ever loaded it in there and just had the material drop down, but this is going to be funner to watch. Alright, let's go. And here we go. Now this, any of the junk that hits in here, like the tape or the glue, because this needs the adhesive out of there, it'll still use it. So running junk into these builders is fine. Looks pretty cool. Pretty excited. Oh, I dropped the tape. What's that from? I don't even know if we need that, but we'll put it in there. That was from an earlier. There we go. There's one gun. We should get 2 guns if I calculated correctly. So we need 15 still. And that should count, that should count. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Alright, so look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Your factory is now working. You have a working factory. Anything that again didn't get used in here, you can just clean it out. You have 2 guns. You should be good. We've tested all the switches, so we know they're opening the proper hopper. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else to test. I think you guys are good to go. And happy building, guys. Next, obviously, the last step is to put glass panels all the way around, and I've given you a list of how much glass you need, so just make sure you have all that glass. And then, yeah, build your panels around here, go upstairs, finish building your panels, and then get your roof on, and you have something that looks like that. Cool? Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. I totally appreciate it. I hope this was educational. I hope you enjoyed it. And be sure then to subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next video.